back to my kitchen and my year of cakes. I'm Sasha, and this year I've decided to challenge myself to make as many cakes as I can. Just a fun little project, creative outlet for me while I'm on mat leave, so I'm doing it during nap time. And this week we have a special birthday in the family. One of our nieces, it was her birthday, and we're going over to see them this weekend, so I'm making a cake. And I've seen this trend going around that I'd like to try for a tie-dye cake. So we'll see how this all works. And we're gonna do vanilla cake, vanilla buttercream, but color it. And I think I need to add some fruit in there. I don't like just a plain vanilla cake. So I think it just makes it taste better when you got some toppings in there as well. But maybe I'll leave it as vanilla. You know what, maybe I'll do a vanilla cake, vanilla buttercream, and I'll make like some strawberry compote jam kind of stuff to have on the side, kind of like you would do with ice cream. Maybe we'll pick up ice cream. Okay, so vanilla cake, vanilla buttercream, and really this one is all about trying this tie-dye technique. So we'll see how that turns out, how that works. I'm excited to give it a go. Let's get assembling the batter and get it in the oven. Okay, so we're going to start with our wet ingredients. I have here 2 cups of oat milk, and I have 2 tablespoons of vinegar. So I'll set that aside and let it become a bit of a buttermilk. So while that's over there, let's do our dry ingredients. I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I have half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Let's whisk this. And we'll put this to the side. Okay, it's been a couple minutes. We're gonna come back to this buttermilk mixture, and we're gonna add in the rest of the wet ingredients. So we have 3/4 cup of vegetable oil and 3/4 cup of white sugar. And we have 2 tablespoons of vanilla. Let's whisk this together. Okay, now let's add these wet ingredients into the dry. Just bring this together. You know, I am gonna whisk it. I'm gonna grease up my tins here, doing 6-inch cake tins. I'm just cutting squares, or square-ish. Okay, that will keep it from sticking. I've got my scale. Let's divide this batter. You know, I'll just do it by eye to start. Those are evenly divided. I'm going to put these in the oven at 350 for 25 minutes, let them bake up. Then they will rest and I'll decorate them tomorrow. Okay, I've decided I'm going to make the buttercream today and then we'll color it tomorrow. Eric has woken up from his nap, so he is going to do some bouncing. He can do some bouncing. He's going to do some bouncing while this whips up. So I am starting to be better at sifting. So I'll sift 4 cups of icing sugar. We're gonna let the vegan butter, so half a cup of softened vegan butter and 1 cup of vegetable shortening. We'll get a spatula for that. We're gonna let this whip up together before adding the sugar. That is whipped together. Now I'm gonna add in this icing sugar a bit at a time, and it's 4 cups in total. So I'll just add it in, let it whip. See you on the other side. Okay, so I've added in all of the icing sugar. I'm just gonna scrape the sides. I just like to do that. It's getting everything, but I just wanna make sure, you know, as I continue to add things in, that it's all scraped down. So I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of vanilla. We'll mix that in. Now I've got my non-dairy whipping cream. I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons to start. 3 might be good. I think I do want it to be a bit thicker. No, you know what? I might do more. 1 more. See if we'll do 5 or stay at 4. That's looking good for me today. So I will put this away for decorating for tomorrow. Okay, next day we're in the kitchen. We are ready to decorate. I'm gonna tie my hair up. Okay. So I have my frosting from yesterday. Cakes are ready to go. I was watching some videos about how, like, to kind of figure out how I'm gonna try and do this. So I've got little bowls here. I'm going to mix some different colors together. I think for the filling, I'm going to do a rainbow buttercream filling. So I've never done that before. Using saran wrap, I'll line it up, make a little tube. I'll show you what I'm doing with that. So we'll do that for the center. Then for the outside, I'm going to do the different colors. I've got a skewer, so I'll make lines. I'll freeze it. Then I'll put white buttercream on the outside, scrape it. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Giving it a try. I think this is gonna be fun. So anyways, let's make some different colored frosting. All right, so I've got the buttercreams already here. Eric actually woke up quite early from his nap, so it's much later in the day now. But we're going to get decorating. So I'm gonna zoom in, I'll show you what I'm doing. This is my first time trying this, so I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm gonna take one of each of these and make a line. Ooh. Okay. Will that be enough? I don't know. Maybe I'll do another. Maybe I'll do... No. You know what? Let's make a bit more. Okay. Now I'm going to roll this. Probably can cut this. All right. I'm just gonna cut this end here. I've got this little icing bag here. I'm gonna just plop this in. Okay, put that to the side. Bring my cakes over. I was thinking, do I do a crumb coat or do I just go ahead with this? And I think I'm just gonna go ahead with adding the color on it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and make some designs on it. And I don't know, I don't know, maybe, should I do a crumb coat with white? Yeah, let's do that. Just like very, very light. Just so I have a base of frosting on there, you know? Yeah, I think I needed to do this. And I think I'm going to pop it in the freezer. Okay, popping this in the freezer. The cake has been chilling. Now, we're gonna start a little tie-dye action. So I don't know how I'm doing this. Can I fit some green in here? Okay, so that'll be the top. I'm actually going to do some white as well, but we'll do these sides. So let's see. Do another one here. I'll fill these in. I'm gonna do green around this one. I'm gonna add some pink over here on this one. You know what, I'm gonna bring the camera over so you can see what I'm doing. Oops. Okay, okay, okay. No purple over here. What could go here? Blue. Blue. What could go there? Purple. I think that's clean. Rather filled in. Okie doke. Something I saw in watching videos, someone suggested putting a bit of white, like in the initial swirl as well. So I'm just gonna like kind of arbitrarily add some white on here. And on this part too. Okay. Okay, so that's just a bit. Now I've got my skewer. I'm going to I'm just gonna drag this skewer through. I think it is working. I think that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to freeze this and I'll add white buttercream on it and then I will pull it away. I think what I'm going to do is cover it to fill in those spots with some white buttercream. And scrape everything down. You know what, I think I need to freeze it some more. Let's cover it and then we'll freeze it. Yeah, they're not frozen, but I don't know, maybe I should. Do we try scraping it off? So I'm putting this white on to kind of go into the holes that I made. Yeah, but it's bleeding. So I do think I have to freeze it a bit. I don't know, should I try and scrape? Should I try? Let's try it. Yeah, okay. Putting it in the freezer for a bit longer because I definitely think it needs it. And then we'll scrape it all off. Well, not all of it, but we'll scrape a good amount. Okay, back to the freezer. Okay, so I'm really not sure if this was the right order to do things. But we're just gonna start, scraping. So, I probably should have let that first layer really freeze before I added on the white. But let's see what we can uncover here. Oh. All right, we're getting somewhere. Okay, this is getting cool. Okay, I think the bottom, I'll have to do some repair down at the bottom, but that's okay. Ooh, I'm thinking this is looking really fun. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with it. Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. I think that looks so cool. And now I'm gonna scrape the top. I might have to do one more like around the edge, the bottom, sides. Oh, that's looking so cool. Now I'm okay with the sides kind of being a little bit more white because I have some leftover buttercream to put on top. So I'm gonna do that. I'll just okay. Oh, so cool. I'm so happy with how that looks. Another spiral, I took what was left over and I added some white as well because I figured doing something on top would be fun. I'm just gonna do some I'm so happy with that. So cool. And you know, I was thinking about doing something on the bottom, but I'm not going to. I am so happy with how this turned out. I think it looks so cool. Oh my gosh. I'm like, that's tie-dye. I'm so proud of myself. And I wasn't sure if it was gonna work because it's not a super common trend that I saw. And so there's like a couple of videos out there and sometimes people are taking like, kind of like a saran wrap, but more of like a, I don't know what it is, like a sheet of plastic. And so they're doing the buttercream on there and then they wrap it on and I guess freeze it. I don't know. I saw someone doing that. I saw someone do something similar to this, but when they put the color on, then they froze it. Then when it was, then they took it out of the freezer and they did the lines and then they filled it with the white and then they scraped it off. So I thought, oh no, maybe I messed it up by doing it the way that I did it, but no, I didn't. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think that looks so cool. And it's like so sleek. Oh my gosh. Am I a baker? Am I a cake decorator? I'm getting more jazzed with my skills. If I had little sprinkles, I'd put them on too. But this is, I'm so happy with how this looks. So unlike my other videos, I can't cut a slice into this and try it because this is a cake for a little birthday celebration. But it's a basic vanilla cake, vanilla frosting. But how cool, a tie-dye cake. You can see it a little bit better. Like how cool. Eee. Well, I'm happy with it. I hope it goes over well this weekend. Oh, that's so much fun. Cool. I gotta get Matthew to come see how it turned out because he saw it when it was still covered in the white. I showed him a picture of when I had all the colors on it. And then he was like, why did you cover it with white? What did you do? And I was like, trust the process. It's gonna work, trust the process. So I'll have to get him to come take a look. But anyways, super fun. That is my cake for this week. If you've liked this video, hit the subscribe button. We'll see what I come up with next week. I am really wanting to try more in the decorating realm. I like the different flavors and all that, but decorating is super fun too. What I really want to do is get my hands on like a good 80s or 90s cake book. Any parents out there, there's an episode of Bluey and Bandit has to make a cake, or Bandit is making a cake for Bingo's birthday and she picks the duck. And I just think I want to find a cake book like that where it's like making random things. Like I want to choose some more like vintage because this is, you know, a stacked cake, but like let's cut it up and make it into some weird things. But like vintage being like 80s baby, 90s babies, that style. I think would be super fun. So I'm gonna try and hit up some used bookstores and see if I can get my hands on any books like that. But this is so fun. I'm gonna just look at it for a bit. Okay, well, if there's any other cake decorating trends that you see out there that you think I could give a go, let me know. And we'll see you next week. Okay, bye.